if you guys can just follow these processes, I think it'll help you out. First of all, this is a rectangular equation because we can graph it on a rectangular coordinate system, right? Yes? And we know if we were to write this in slope-intercept form, we know that this would represent a line, right? OK. So if we want to write this in polar form, what is the one thing we know, or what do we know about what x and y relates to in terms of r and theta? No, what does x and y represent in terms of polar coordinates? X equals r cosine of theta. It's written right here. X equals r cosine of theta, and y equals r sine of theta, right? So you don't need to type it in your notes in your lap. You can just write it in your piece of paper. Huh? I know, but you can just write it down on your piece of paper, right? So is it OK then if I just replace x with r cosine of theta? And then I replace y with r sine of theta? Is that OK? I mean, I think we've talked enough that x equals r cosine of theta, y equals r sine of theta. So when we're talking about equations, we can just replace them. Now, in a polar form, or at least in the equation you guys are going to be asked, we'll want to solve for r. That's basically what we want to get to. We want to solve for r. So should we just combine these? Should I just do like cosine minus 3r sine? Do they combine to like tangent? Does anybody know? Or can we subtract them? Are they like terms? No. So if they're not like terms, could I? Well, if I had 3, then I don't have the variables on the same side. You want to get the variables on the same side. Well, could I do something that rhymes with tractoring? Subtracting. Yeah, you guys, you can factor out the r. Good, Kelsey. Making up brand new mathematical stuff. Perfect. So I could factor out an r to save myself a little bit of time in writing. Notice that r is being multiplied by this quantity. So if I want to solve for r, I'm going to divide this quantity on both sides, resulting in a final polar equation that is cosine of theta minus 3 sine of theta. That's the answer that you would get. So you will be asked, guys, to take something from rectangular form to polar form. OK? That will be another question. Wow, Ms. Blue, this has been a really rich class. It's been a